I am back. It's Thursday today. Thursday, September 25th. One trade a day strategy. Now the problem with today is, for you code players out there, if you take a look at the Euro code, you'll see that there was an 80 tick move for the Euro code too. And then if you look at the USA code 2, there was a, let's see, 110, well, no, about 120 tick move so far. Wait, 210, no, about 120 tick move so far for today. So, you know, one of them's done 80 ticks, one of them's done 120 ticks. And if you remember, I told you before that usually, or at least lately, they'll only do 2 sessions out of 3. They won't do all 3. So one of the sessions will be dead, won't do anything. The other 2 will. Now, since the other 2 have already happened for today, and they've both done something, we can mathematically conclude that this one won't do anything. See how we can do that very easily, mathematically? Now, vice versa, let's say that just one of the sessions did something, but the other one didn't. Then we can conclude that this one probably will. Or even better, let's say both sessions for some reason didn't really do anything. That does happen sometimes. Then you know that this one's going to move. And it's probably going to make a big move too, because it'll make up for what it didn't do before with now. So that's when you go for your big trades off of this one. That's how you know to go for 100 ticks. You see what I'm saying? So you need to become good at tracking and measuring each day. Or you could just be like me, and I'm looking at the 10-minute chart, and I can see, you know, I can see the code, and it's very easy to see what happened after the fact very easily. So, you know, you don't really need to track it. You can just look at it right on the chart. Although it is helpful to track it, though. Very helpful to do that. I mean, you want to do that for your entries. You always want to track, you know, the code for your entries, because that'll give you your pattern. But there's a good chance that this one isn't going to do anything at all. There's a very good chance it won't even give an entry. It'll just go sideways. But as I'm saying this right now, remember what the date is and everything. It's very possible that in the future that all 3 sessions will start to work again. That's the way it was before. It always was like that. And so when it gets slow, the sessions will drop off and they won't do anything. If it's really active, all 3 will do something. In fact, all 3 will do 100 or more. All 3. Hey, this may give us an entry here. Well, if it gives me an entry, I'm going to take it. I'm definitely going to take it. With all this stuff going on in the Middle East, I suspect it's going to start heating up all 3 sessions anyway. And in fact, when it really gets active, oh man, seriously guys, you cannot imagine it. The Asian session will move $5. The Euro session will move $10. The USA session will move $10. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh man. It's nothing to take an entry and hold it for $5 exit. Nothing. Happens all the time. Imagine that. Imagine that. And you do it within an hour or 2. Or 3 hours, 4 hours. And you're hitting your $5 exit. It is a ride that I am dreaming will come back again. And I believe I have a pretty darn good chance because of all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East. Where's all the oil come from? Middle East. So there'd be a reason for oil to move and do stuff, go up and down. When this thing ran up, let me explain to you what happened. This thing ran up to 147, okay? $147 a barrel. Then afterwards, it went from 147 all the way back down to about, I'm not exactly sure, but right around 47. So, but did like $100 move, $100 move down. All you do is hold on to it for, about, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe 6 months or so. Hang on to it for 6 months and make $100 move. That's a fortune. But while it was doing that, it went from 147. It went down, right? It was going down hard. Once it went down to about, taking a rough guess, about 90 or so, 95, something like that, maybe 100. It bounced, or maybe 110. I seem to recall it was 110, 137. That would be about right, yeah. It was right around 110, and it bounced and went up $28 in one day. $28. And it just, when I say it went up, oh man. Yeah. If you look at that, my one video in my YouTube channel, you'll see True Professional Trader, and you'll see me taking a trade where it goes up really super fast, a couple dollars. It makes that look slow. It was moving so hard, so fast. Oh man. A trader's dream come true. And there's a good chance this is going to happen again. Because of the escalating situation in the Middle East. So, if it happens, just make sure you're in some safe location and somewhere that you can have the internet and everything and get ready to make a fortune. Yeah, I think this, I don't know if it's going to give an entry or not. It's already moved more, though, than what I thought it would. So it may give an entry. Or it may just go sideways from here and not give an entry, so we'll see. Mathematically speaking, based upon what's been happening, it won't give an entry. And if it does, it won't do anything because of what's already happened. 80 tick move off the euro, 120 tick move off the USA. The movement that oil wants to do today has already happened. Don't really want to move anymore right now. That's how you can tell. That's another way mathematically that you can narrow it down to find the answer. Just like the code. So, most likely this one's not going to do anything today. I'm probably not going to get an entry today. That's my call right now, but if it does, I'll take it. But you should always measure it and watch it every day. Because why? Well, what if all 3 sessions do start working? And if it speeds back up again, they will. All 3 will work every day. Every day. For 100 ticks too. Or more. When it really starts heating back up, they'll be worth Oh, man, they'll be worth. Well, it depends. I mean, you say when it starts heating back up. You do mean when it starts heating back up, like when it ran to 147, and then when it went all the way down to 47 from 147? If that's what you're talking about, the exits are good for like $5, all of them. Well, actually, no. I think this one would be good for about $3, and then the other ones would be good for $5. Occasionally 10. How's that sound? Like I said, you could make absolute fortune. And there's a good chance that it's going to happen because all this Middle East stuff. So get ready for it. I am. This will be like tiddlywinks in comparison. So I'm gearing up for it. I think oil is starting to heat up. Like for instance today. That's a 200 tick move today off the codes. 200 ticks. That's not bad. It's starting to heat up. We had a 200 tick move last week. 200 tick move the week before. Starting to heat up. Now, we've been in a tight range on the daily chart. Well, guess what? That's going to break free soon. And this thing may break free to the upside. And we topped out at 104. We've topped out twice at 108. That's like a triple top up there. Actually, a quadruple top if you look at it from a longer term. So, here comes the Middle East stuff, right? Watch out for this thing to start moving up. And let's go back up to the top again and get ready. It may be showtime. So, you know, not only is it opportunity, but it's fun. It can be fun. If this thing heats up, it's going to get fun. With it as slow right now, it's sort of boring to me, but when it heats up, it's fun. Real fun. I mean, like, even for me, I know the code and everything, but it'll be a challenge, it'll be fun, it'll be profitable. So, you know, I don't want to hope that it, you know, the Middle East blows up, but, you know, if it does, I want to be in a position to take advantage of it financially. And oil is where it's at. It is the hot potato, the commodity of the world. So, it should be good. Again, I don't think this thing's going to do anything. And that's one of the advantages to being able to know the other codes so that you can know that it's not going to do anything today. It's the time to walk away. It's already moved 200 ticks today on both codes. So, between both codes, I mean, you know. So, it's not going to do anything now. So anyway, I'm going to get going for the day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. If it does move and it does make an entry, I'll take it and then I'll show it to you. But most likely it's not. And then I'm just going to stop the video. This will be the end of it right here. And I will be back tomorrow, which is Friday. But anyway, for those of you who are doing all this and doing the codes, doing code 2, make sure, or you can use what I just told you as a major advantage to know if it's gonna work or not today, most likely, or maybe it'll work big today because the other ones didn't do anything. That happens. Like for instance, a lot of times it'll happen like on a Wednesday, sometimes, or like a lot of times on a Wednesday because they're waiting for the news to come out and then it'll get choppy and just go up and down, and then this one will come along and boom, take off for 100 ticks. So that's how you can use it. Whenever you see the other ones didn't do anything, you should be all over this trade. Going for a big one, not just 20. Going for at least 50, if not 100. Okay, so I'm gonna get going then, and the only way I'll come back is if an entry is taken, but I doubt it, very highly doubt it. And why? Because it's all mathematics. If it did do it and did do something, that would be like the first time in a while that it's moving off all three codes, which would be an indication that it's starting to heat up. But until it does it, I'm not going to bank on it. So it's not going to do anything today. Mathematics says so. And I will be back tomorrow to take a 1 trade per day. The only time I can't is when I got something to do, but usually I'll be able to make it here. So I'll be back tomorrow. Happy trading out there, traders. Okay, I just wanted to come back really quick and show that it's still at the same price as what it was at as predicted. And there's only like 50 minutes left for the market to be open here in USA. So, you know, like I said, I was able to predict that it wouldn't do anything based upon the other two codes. Both codes did something and did them in a big way. Euro did 80. It's pretty big for what it's been doing lately. And the USA did 120, which is what it's been doing. It's been doing 140, 120 lately. So it's been moving. But based upon that, since both of those did something, it's only been doing 2 out of 3. And those 2 did something. So that means that the third one wouldn't do anything, which is this one. You see how that's easy to do? And I could tell it wouldn't do anything based upon that. I mean, like for instance, you've seen this thing move 20 ticks up and down every day. I've been doing these videos. What would stop it from doing it today? And yet I was able to call out that it wouldn't do anything. And then look what happened. It didn't do anything. Why? Well, because it's math. That's why. All this is math. Because it's a closed system. Therefore, anyway, that is how you can tell whether it's going to do something or not. Which is pretty cool, don't you think? And just like today it didn't do anything, there are times when you can tell that it will do something in a big way. So not only can you go for more ticks, but you can go for more contracts if you wanted to. I would wait for the perfect setup to do that with, but then you absolutely, by all means. Why not? Because you've got the mathematics in your favor now, even more so. Like for instance, let's say the USA does 100, but the Euro doesn't do anything, so you're looking for this one to do something. Yeah, it'll probably do the 20 ticks. But let's say that the Euro and the USA don't do anything. And that happens. That happens once every, maybe once a month. Once a month that basically happens. So once a month, you could see it, see that on the chart, and then say, okay. And when this one comes around, go for it. And you'll hit it like at 90% of the time, maybe more. Then that's really super high math in trading. So anyway, that's how I'm just giving you pointers on how you can use the code. There are many such ways as that, because this is a closed system. Therefore, it gives you many such ways such as that to narrow it down by manipulating and by eliminating to come up with the answer. So anyway, I'm going to do many more videos, a lot more teaching to do, a lot more trading, showing, demonstrating, proving the amazing, incredible wonder that all of this is really being controlled by a computer and doesn't really trade as CNBC would have you believe. So I will be back tomorrow, which is Friday, to do this trade again. But soon I'm going to be in a different time zone, and I am going to be taking the other code. I'll probably even take both of them, the Euro and the USA, both of them every day. You want to see some real money being made? I mean, seriously, do you? You're not going to believe it. That's all I gotta say is you're not going to believe it. But you know what they say, seeing is believing. Anyway, gotta go. Take care out there, traders. Happy trading, and I will be back tomorrow with more trading. Or this one trade again. One trade a day strategy. Today, no trade. I called it. It happened. See you tomorrow.